Good evening, everyone. Morning, Paula. Oh, how are you? Chair's never quite in the right place. You gymming it this morning, or are you back already? This evening I thought I would share a celebration stamp set, which is called Touch of Ink. So that's what I'm going to be sharing with you all. Good evening to everyone joining. Virtual hugs back at you. Hope everyone is doing okay. Strange times, hey? Strange times. Hopefully you can hear me okay. Naomi says, oh great, it's Sunday again, yay. I'm good, thank you. Yeah, not bad, not bad. It's, yeah, it's just strange being in lockdown again. Just, you know, well, I say strange. More of the same, hey? But yes. Good evening. Debbie says, I don't know what I'd do on a Sunday without your lives. Oh, bless you. I tell you what, I love doing them. So I'm glad you all love joining me. So yeah, they are kind of, I look forward to them as well. So Emma says, simple stamping, I need to see it to believe it. I haven't made these ones yet, so they might not end up being that simple, but in my mind they are. Evening Ruth, hello Lisa, Janice, hello everyone. So let's turn this camera around and see, this is the stamp set that we're going to be playing with. Oh, Becky, you are Rebecca's at work. You are amazing. You are an absolute hero. So yeah, have a good shift, and we'll catch you later. Let's see if I can pop. There we go. I can see you now, or you can see me. More to the point. That would be a worry if I could see you all. Who has got this stamp set so far? So this is a free with £90 spend in celebration. So this one is, so these are all the free goodies you can add to your basket whilst you're spending over the next couple of months. So where you'd normally spend £90, you'd spend your £90 to get your £90 of goodies. Between now and the end of February, we're in celebration, so you get more for your money. So this one here is free with a £90 purchase. Emma says this was my prize patrol. It's beautiful, this set, absolutely beautiful. And the nice thing about it is it's got the double stamping, but you can obviously colour it yourself as well. So, shall we do the simple stamping or the Emma simple first? What's your preference? Shall we do simple? They're rushing around. You're rushing around to get back for your Facebook Live. Heather says set's on its way. Giving Jen's visa a workout. Simple, yeah, let's do simple stamping, and then we'll step it up. So my thoughts for this, and this is where I've kind of got to, this is as far as I got, and I thought we'll kind of make it together and see. I don't know about you, I love these, and I ordered some of these when the annual catalogue came out. So these are the in colours. These are Just Jade, Magenta, Misty Moonlight, Cinnamon Cider and Bumblebee. And then there is the coordinating cards to go with. And I thought we could make a set of 5 simple note cards. Promise. still working my way through my Whisper White. This is, this square is, get my ruler out. So we want 3 inches by 4, so 3 by 4. And we're going to want 5 of those. So let me go that way. So if I then go 3, 1 like that. And 2. Okay, says I've never seen them of it. These come as their Memories and More pack, so they're in the annual catalogue. So the cards and the envelopes come together. They're pretty. So 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll do a couple for extra, just so we can have a play if we get some of them not quite right. One of them's going to double up, so we're not, because there's only 4 kind of main images in this set. We've got the hummingbird, the leaves, the flower and the butterfly. We can double one of these up, and one of them is just gonna, I'm just gonna stamp these. They are bigger than what they are the artwork on the front, so they are bigger when you get inside. I know Hazel says another order. Right. So that hummingbird is lovely, as is the butterfly. And I've got the leaves on a block already. I just might move that onto a smaller block. And that one I am going to move onto a slightly bigger block. So obviously if you've got one block, then you can just clean them and move on to the next one, so that's fine. So these, in centimetres, they've been cut to about 7.5 by 10.5. In inches, we've cut them to 3 by 4. And so they're kind of your Memories and More size pieces. So what we've got now is, I'm going to just go simple, black, memento. And we'll put that in the middle. And we'll do the same. Once we've stamped all of them, I will get you to decide which one you want a second of. It's going to be between the, not the leaves, I think, is probably my request. I was thinking hummingbird, but aren't they pretty? Am I close enough for you? Sorry if I'm a bit far away from the desk. They are just so gorgeous. I think hummingbird. Megan says hummingbird. I'm going to take Megan's first past the comments, so that's what we'll do. What we could do. No, I won't. No, I won't. I was going to bring her, but I won't. So, good morning, Tanya. Okay. So we've got 5. Tilt it slightly maybe. No. More of a tilt. Okay, so that's the outlines. And then, aren't they beautiful? If you wanted to do some colouring, this is just such a great set. The colours we're obviously going to work with are those ones. So the leaves are going to just be very simply just jade. So there are the infill parts to this. They kind of sit outside the lines, a bit like my watercolour painting. Just outside, and then that is just jade. That's one. We shall have, let's do the flowers in. I'm just going to give these a clean because although I have a few blocks, I don't want every single block out. So let me do that and then pop that away. Peel that up and pop that over there. So on Bumblebee now. So this is going to be Bumblebee flowers. Oh yes. Okay, so magenta and misty. So we've got it's really like arty. It's not meant to exactly go in the lines. It's meant to be that kind of inky look, as the name suggests. So it's called A Touch of Ink. So I'm going to get a little fancy. Didn't take long, did it? In as much that I want to combine a couple of colours on the same image. So for this you still just need your basic ink. Thanks Joe. Right, we want magenta and misty moonlight. So these are the inks that will Maggie, yes, I'm hoping this week orders are starting to move. They were delayed with the borders being closed, but things are starting to move, so this should be on the way. Right, let's do so that's magenta, and then we're going to grab a doorbell. So just an ink doorbell, and we will then add on the misty. So can we see that we've got then the mix of colours? How pretty is that? So still really simple, just your two inks, but then using a doorbell. And then what we can do is we can swap that around. Let's give it a swap. So I'm just giving that a wipe with a chamois. And we will go more blue and bring in the pink on the wings. So this is the magenta. And the colours mix really well. So then we have the blue with the magenta. Different tones going that way. Oh, they would indeed. Louise says the Costa Cabana and Granny would be pretty. They absolutely would. But just trying to keep this tied in with the in colours, but definitely a beautiful colour combination. So let's give that a clean while we can. Right, butterfly. It's gonna be, I thought we could do a bit of tone on tone with that as well. So we've got butterfly, we've then got mostly bumblebee, but then we could do a touch of cinnamon cider. So if we get, I might use a nude auber. So I'm just going to go full on bumblebee because we're adding a darker colour to this. So I've added the bumblebee all over, and then cinnamon cider. Let's go in the centre. Looks a bit like a sunflower, doesn't it? Pretty. Yes, I can. Let me move out a little. There you go. So you've got all 5. And there we go. And then we're going to bring in the cards. So what's nice about these cards is that we have got like the white dots already on them. And then I'm going to add thank you so much, if I can find it. That one. So this is still from the same stamp set. And then we're just going to add that again, just in black. And we can just add that in the various sort of places. Thank you so much. So much. Not sure on that one. That's a bit more tricky to place actually. Oh, misstamp that one. I'm not sure about that one down the bottom. It's all right, I think. I think I prefer it just slightly higher up for the bird. Might do that one again actually. Plus it's got a little bit of a blotch on it. I'm not massively happy with that. So I'm just gonna go again. Oh, emergency side. How can I do really complicated and then simple is a problem? Good job for the emergency side. Right, let me stamp that properly. Hurrah! 7th time lucky. Right, let's add this back on. The cinnamon cider with the bumblebees are really nice, isn't it? It's a really nice combo. Let me add the pink, magenta. Thank goodness for an emergency side, right? Thank goodness. Let's add a bit of blue. This is the Misty Moonlight. And so we can bin that one. And then pop these on. Am I going to allow myself to use dimensionals? I think I am. Still simple. Every crafter needs a dimensional in their life. These should be as standard in the starter kit. So let's pop the butterfly on there. Just a pop, doesn't it? Just needs a little bit of a lift. That's one. Then we've got, yes, I did. So so couldn't quite see. So yeah, I sort of touched the edge with the magenta, and then daubered on with the blue. So that kind of added the two. Then I've got yellow. So this is the bumblebee. So I'll have bumblebee on bumblebee. I don't think I'm wrong in saying these come in a set of 20. So you get, I'm pretty sure they come in a set of 20. These cards and envelopes. So, and they're slightly bigger than your C6 as well, which is nice. Add the leaves. See, who didn't believe I could do simple stamping? I didn't, if I'm honest. Let's face it. I haven't even layered a bit of other cardstock. I've been very restrained. Right, which way round are we having these? Are we going to have that way? It doesn't really matter, does it? I think the more blue and the more pink. Let's go that way round. Oh, I thought I was putting the dimensionals on the wrong side then, and I realised I so effective, aren't they? And I think just like, you know, if you're doing thank you cards, you're generally doing quite a lot of them, aren't you? Paula says I didn't believe it either. Like, what is she on about? There's no way she's going to do simple. Yeah. And let's see. She's done it. Da, 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 da. A set of 5. Hashtag simple stamping. Ta-da. So we have got, so that is, and these are nice because they're white on the inside as well. How cool are they? So they come with their coordinating envelope, so they'll come with these, but they're the right size and they've got the pretty insides to match. So we've got our humming bird in the blue, we've got the magenta with the dots. These cards are awesome. The Just Jade, the Bumblebee, and the Cinnamon Cider, which is really pretty with the Bumblebee on it. So perfect for sending some thank yous or a lovely gift. So you can tie that up with some coordinating ribbon and that would make a really nice gift. So that is those cards. Do we like those? Nice. So I shall take some proper photos. Simple but effective. It can be done. Who knew? Now, on with the Emma Simple card. Where are we at? I've got half an hour to make one card. Lovely. Let me just clear my dimensionals off my desk. Dimensional backs. Okay. So, for this, oh, my paper. I forget where my camera is. Can you see? Okay. I'm back in screen now. Hang on. Here we go. Still using the same stamp set. We're still using a touch of ink, and I am going to just prepare the kitchen sink and get ready to throw it at the card. So I'm going to do a bit of masking with these leaves, just using some post-it notes. And so we'll stamp that on and then just trim that out. It doesn't need to be really perfect. You want enough coverage, but you don't want to cut right into all of the branches, otherwise you end up with a really flimsy stencil on this. It's just to stop too much overlapping when we layer the leaves together. So I'll go around that bit. And if you've taken the time to cut out a stencil, then you can hang on to that as long as it lasts. You'll be able to reuse that for another time. So we're just going to cover that over. My green. How odd that Kathy didn't get a notification. How odd. The wonders of Facebook sometimes. Right, I'm going to turn my picture off because otherwise I end up headbutting the camera basically when I lean forward over the leaves. We can come across. And then just fill in. So I want that bit just covered as well. I've done it slightly different to my original one, but that's okay because it's then a bit different each time that I do that. And then I think maybe just one coming up that way as well. So I'll just cover down there. Just to add a bit of height up there. So as I say, this particular template you could hang on to and just put that inside your stamping case. And then I will also stamp out an extra of the leaf and an extra of the flower. So that one needs to be on a bigger block. So we've got that, and I'm then using that's most of the stamping done. I think we're nearly there. I'm gonna just use so I've got Daffodil Delight and Old Olive as the blend colours, and that will be so you could just stamp over and have your the way that we've stamped it on the simple ones and just ink them very quickly, and you could stamp over that background and you'll still get a really nice inked effect. We'll pop that in, and then I'm just I just spotted your comment, Kathleen. The simple fussy cutting begins. I've limited myself to one flower and one set of leaves for cutting out. We're not going crazy. I'm not using those little leaf bits on there, so I'm not going to colour those in. And then this bit, we will just add a touch of the dark. Still don't want to be too precise because of the way that the images are. And if you wanted to add even darker, I haven't used them, but I had pulled out Mossy Meadow. So this is Old Olive, but if you then wanted even darker shading, you could use the light Mossy Meadow or even the dark Mossy Meadow with the Old Olive as well, and just go a tone darker again if you wanted to. Right, that's a lot of leaves for colouring. Let's see how quickly we can colour these. Didn't really think that through. They colour in quite quickly. So I'm putting all the light old olive on the first, then I'm going to add a touch of the dark, and then I'll shade that back in. So, touch of the dark. And then blend that in. Use the other side. Definitely a lot more on this one. Let's do it. And once I finish colouring this, I'm going to run it through the Subtles embossing folder, just to make it look even more textured. Such a nice set for colouring. Leave it really sketchy as well. Hoping this is still streaming, because you've all gone very quiet on the comments, which is not, it's not a problem. I'm just checking you're all still there. Mesmerised with the colouring. Right, there we go. Good. So there we go. So we've got the leaves all coloured. I'm going to pop that through this embossing folder. So it's this Subtles one. So I'll just run that through. I don't know how well you'll be able to see this on camera, if at all. Can you see some of that texture? I think I've just managed to get that in view. Can you see that just slightly textured on there? But just makes it look, I don't know, it's just pretty. So that is going to go on to a mossy meadow background, but before I do that, I'm going to put some twine and a sentiment around this. And the sentiment is going to go, this is one of the pieces from the something that dies. The labels, tasteful labels. That one. You know the one I mean. The one with the lots of labels in it. Anyway, it was a newer one, so it's the oh, I can't find it. Oh, it is Tasteful Labels. That one. That circle there. Oh, I'm going to do Hello Friend. I think that's a lovely, because you can have Hello Friend, just like a note, just thinking of you. Or you can have Hello Friend on the outside and then put Happy Birthday on the inside, or anything, can't you? So I'm going to combine that with this punch. So this is the Fancy Label punch, and it's got these edge pieces, so adds the slots to your labels. It obviously adds the slots to the label it comes with, but that's one of my most used punches. It's got the dot and the ribbon feed, and I'm using this twine. So this is the Mossy Meadow braided linen trim. So we've got this in the neutral, and it was in a red in the Christmas recent mini, but this is Mossy Meadow, and it's with the dandelion, dandy garden wishes, that sort of suite in the catalogue. I'm going to double it up, and I want enough to be able to go around the card. So, and when I say around, just around the edges. So that's fine. I've got 2 strips, and I'm going to go behind and then up through. So we're just feeding those through like so. Ah, hello Kelly. So they're going to feed through like that, and then we're going to just tape them onto the background. So what we'll do is we'll hold that sentiment in place where we want it with a couple of dimensionals, making sure that that is where we want it to be. And the sentiment is straight. And then we'll tape that onto the back. So just a bit of tear and tape. Fold that around and tape it down. And then the same on that side. Nice and flat. I'll just take that down. So that's on there like so. Then I've got a little ladybug running around my desk somewhere. Ah, thanks. Paula says, what great ribbon and tag treatment. Just a bit of something different, isn't it? And this is my little ladybug. Can you see that? Hopefully you can. It's tiny. They are ladybug trinkets. You get a whole little collection of them. So I'm using one, and we're going to pop that on in a minute. So this we're obviously going to fussy cut out. Ah, Kim says gorgeous as is. It's nice, isn't it? You could keep it a bit more simple, couldn't you? Just the leaves. Very sweet. So I'm not putting too much more on actually. I'm just going to add a couple of these flowers and the extra leaves. Give that a little wibble, and we'll put that on with a little Oh, it's my, I love that punch. This thing you can kind of, yeah, I have used the label, but I've used the slot on the edge and the hole punch on it loads, absolutely loads. That those ribbon sliders are just brilliant on it. So that leaf we're going to have separately. And that will just accompany that flower. And then our little ladybug can just have a little blue dot. Got kind of like a hole in the bottom of it, so you might need a couple just to make sure you've got enough on there. It's going to be on our little sentiment piece. And then these extra flowers. I had thought how great would these flowers look in. I was going to change my mind, but these flowers and leaves in the set that has the basket and the like the plant pot in it. I know the succulents one's got a new plant pot in it, but one that we have in the annual catalogue. And I thought that would be a really good combo because there's a vase in there as well, and this flower looks beautiful against that vase. Basket of Blooms is the one I was thinking about. And I thought it would look really lovely. Especially if that's one you've already purchased earlier in the year. Nice to pair up a new set with it. So the reason I'm cutting these out and I'm just wanted it to be a bit more 3D off the page. But so you could leave it a little simpler and leave it. So just using some glue dots. It just gives it a little something around there, just makes it pop. And then I thought, what else can I throw at this? So I had got out the twine as well, and I had put some twine around this piece. Popped a little bow on that side, but as I say, you could leave it nice and simple. And not have the extra twine on there, but with me putting that on there, and then let's say layered that up onto the mossy meadow. So I just put that onto the mossy meadow background with glue. So just making sure that we put plenty of glue around those tails and then just around our edges. I love that texture. Once you've coloured and then adding that texture to the background just really adds something, makes it extra special with that on there. Ah, Chandra said it's I almost ignore the leaves in this stamp set. I know the butterfly jumps off the page, doesn't it? The butterfly and the hummingbird just leap out in like the samples and things, but aren't the leaves just beautiful? So it's absolutely, I've made it identical to the one that I had done prior to coming on, so I've just got a slightly different placement of the leaves, but apart from that, that was the card. Do you like those? So yeah, what have we done? 5, 6 cards this evening. So we've got the note cards, and they're more avid, so that's using your embossing folders and your punches and everything. Thank you, Sue. So sweet of you. So thank you so much. I'm really pleased with these. I shall be using these to send out some little thank you notes that I still need to send after Christmas. And yeah, that's those ones. So if you like that stamp set, it can be added to your basket with a spend of 90. And if you've already got it, hopefully it's giving you some ideas for what you might be able to do with that. So yeah. Oh, thank you. I said you're on fire. Not literally, I hope. How many cards do I keep? I try not to keep any, if I'm honest. I do try and send them. I would be lying if I didn't have loads. But I do try and send them. So yeah, I do try my best. But I do make more cards than people I know. So yeah. I do, yes. Emma said, do I use and send the ones you make in my life? Yes, I do. So I will use those for my thank you cards and things. But yeah, where I make doubles, I end up with lots more than I can send. So thank you all so much for joining me. Always a pleasure, always fun on a Sunday evening. It's a nice way to end the weekend. Whatever you are up to, I hope you have a good week ahead. Another week ahead of online learning and all the things that come with lockdown. But yeah, stay safe, everyone. Stay well, and I will be back for another Sunday Facebook Live. And for those who have booked on my Card and a Cuppa Extra group, I will see you on Friday morning for some more stamping. I will see you all soon. Thanks, everyone. Bye.